to 1.
And Rab Havlin will be hoping to get him in and out quickly, as he can be a little bit asleep on a nice summer's day at Ascot in June. He's on the outside. Away we go, and they're off and racing. Sweet William jumps pretty well for him, and it's a pretty good line early on. Illinois just moving off the inside to get onto the back of Trawlerman in the early stages. Sweet William has jumped into a handy position. Pink and White racing in third. Coltrane races in fourth place. Behind these on the inside is Wonder Legend, the green Aga Khan silks of Candelari, the last two Dubai Future, and last of all at the back is Yashin. So Trawlerman, confirmed front runner in these sorts of races, is out in front and leads by a length or so from Illinois in the purple jacket. They just shunned the inside running rail with Sweet William in pink and white. Then Coltrane is in fourth place. Candelari alongside Wonder Legend with a couple of lengths back, maybe 3 lengths back to Dubai Future and also Yashin. So they're making their way up the home straight for the first time. Out in the lead, it's Trawlerman by a length from Sweet William in second place, half a length on the inside to Illinois. Coltrane just come a little bit alive in the hands of Oisin Murphy towards the outside. The old horse just being restrained to get a bit of cover, having fired up for a stride or two. Candelari is on the outside of Wonder Legend. Coltrane takes some cover. Dubai Future and Yashin. So Trawlerman, unpestered on the front end, leads the field in front of the packed grandstands in the sunshine for the Gold Cup. Leading in second, Sweet William. Sweet William just being ridden a bit more aggressively this afternoon, kept honest on the inside by Illinois. Wonder Legend races in fourth place, Candelari, and they've now dropped Coltrane for the time being. Coltrane just taken back 2 lengths further with Dubai Future and Yashin last of all. So they turn by the 1.5 mile King George start, and it's Trawlerman who makes the move downhill, leading by just over a length. Sweet William in second, Illinois in third place in the purple jacket, 3/4 of a length back. Then on the outside is Candelari of Wonder Legend as they run downhill, with still 2 lengths back to Coltrane. Similar breaks to Dubai Future. And Yashin, the back marker, would be round about 10 lengths behind the pace, which would naturally increase on the descent, as Trawlerman is allowed just to stride on a little bit more purpose. Leading by over a length now from Sweet William in second, Illinois still biding his time in third. Wonder Legend on the inside of the green jacket of Candelari, and there is no change in the order, within sixth place Coltrane, and the last two, Dubai Future and Yashin, as they make their way to the foot of the hill. And we're approaching now inside the halfway stage. And out in the lead as they turn with just over a mile to travel, it is still Trawlerman, unflustered on the front end. Sweet William in second, Illinois just drifting back to third. Fourth place, Wonder Legend with Candelari, a couple of lengths to Coltrane, Dubai Future and Yashin. So there's been no change in the order, virtually from the word go here. Trawlerman out in the lead. Sweet William for the moment just shaken off the attentions of Illinois. They remain second and third as they reach the foot of the hill. Wonder Legend eclipsing Candelari. They're fourth and fifth with Coltrane a length back. Dubai Future and Yashin. The pace just remains a steady gallop, but now it is uphill for the last 6 furlongs, and out in the lead Trawlerman just begins to squeeze along. In second place Sweet William, Illinois in third. Candelari decides to try and take closer order because a little bit of gaps opened up between the front three and Candelari, and old Sweet William's hit his flat spot, being cajoled along in second place. Trawlerman's beginning to up the ante. Illinois on the outside of Sweet William, who's being ridden. At this stage Candelari has work to do to get on terms with the front threes, 5 lengths back as they spin the bend. Trawlerman has dictated the Gold Cup. Sweet William, Illinois still being held on to by Ryan Moore as they turn for home. 3 furlongs to travel and Trawlerman kicks for home. Illinois on the outside of Sweet William. Then from the back, Dubai Future running on. Trawlerman being asked for everything. Illinois is 3 lengths back. Sweet William, Dubai Future continues to stay on. A furlong and a half to go in the Gold Cup. Trawlerman trying to run the finish out of Illinois. Dubai Future has gone back into third, but slowly but surely Trawlerman moves away in the Gold Cup. 5 lengths back to Illinois and Dubai Future. Sweet William has no more to give, and Trawlerman will win the Gold Cup for William Buick, John and Thady Gosden and Godolphin. Second last year, wins it this. Illinois second, Dubai Future, Sweet William, Coltrane, Candelari trailing all the way back, virtually pulled up but perfectly okay. Yashin and Wonder Legend. Trawlerman has been such an honest stayer, and he wins the big race of the week. He did floor Kyprios once in his career, but generally in the big races it's Kyprios who had held sway. But with Kyprios out the way, he turned away Illinois and did so in style. He makes every single yard to win the Gold Cup from Illinois and a 1-3 Godolphin for Dubai Future. Trend continues, the feature races to John and Daly Gosden.
What a ride, William Buick from the front, Jason Weaver, not for catching.
Yeah, he has certainly put the gas down, hasn't he, as he approached sort of 6-7 down. There was a real injection of pace, so they started to climb, and that was the key, I feel, wasn't it? Because he's got them into where it's really going to hurt. There had to be a point where he asked the question.
Yeah, gradually the field got more and more strung out, was it? This was the horse that was proven at the distance, and Will Buick was keen to prove the point that he was on the horse that stayed, drawing the sting out of the other horses. Illinois run a good race. He was on the bridle for a long time, Sweet William too, but look at the distance back to the 4th, 5th, 6th.
Well, I mean, to be honest, he was second last year, and it's nice to see any horse that's bumped into Kyprios to go on and secure one at the big level. Illinois, you can't really say he didn't stay. You know, I think he just couldn't catch him, could he?
Could you say he stayed, but he wasn't as good at that distance?
Probably. I think you may be right. I think I think I knew William was going to try and obviously get first run on him and try and really draw him into a stamina test. And yeah, he's obviously saw the trip out better than what Illinois has.
Will Buick punching the air again.
It was
McGiven celebrating in the paddock even more than him. He's a Golden Horn. He's won a Gold Cup.
Yeah, and there is a certain amount of stamina that you need for this, wasn't it? And he's relentless. You know, once the other reserves up into the red zone, Wrighty was on the wall for Illinois, and guts and determination kept him going. But this lad was actually hitting the line.
And like Adele said, it's so nice to see this horse get his big win. He's been battling.
Here's Jane. She stands Golden Horn. She is fantastic.
Well, I said to my
early indications that might be a track record.
Wow, that's good. I mean, conditions would lend itself to a track record. No wind, firm conditions, horse that stays. Well-timed ride from William Buick.
Yeah, he got it absolutely right. Now be paraded in front of the stands. He went off the 85-40 favourite for the Goldstons. There they are. Cool as you like. Cool as you like, John. You've just won a 5th Gold Cup with Rachel, his wife, there. Illinois second at 9-4. Dubai Future was the big price horse to run on into 3rd in the white cap, ridden cold. A 1st and 3rd for Godolphin. It's William Buick and John Gosden again, the old firm. They won the Prince of Wales yesterday. They've won the big race today, the Gold Cup, and Will is really enjoying this. Ben De Piva led him up. Richard Wilkinson rides this horse at home every day, getting a well-deserved drink as well. That is some effort. It is a specialist event, this, Jason. You know exactly what's required to win a Gold Cup. It's 2.5 miles and not many stay it.
Once it really starts to kick in and you going up where you have to go into a specific zone, some of them just have a relentless nature about them, and he has that in spades.
Let's hear from the happiest lady on the racecourse.
Well, of course, many congratulations to the connections at Trawlerman, but what's it like if you live at home and you've got the stallion outside your front door? Golden Horn, of course, the stallion at Trawlerman, looked after by Jay McGiven. How good was that?
Well, I said to my husband, if he wins, I'll run naked down the track for a mile.
Off we go then, Jane, off we go.
But he so deserved a Group 1 winner on the flat. He just so deserved it. I'm a bit emotional, and Trawlerman's not even my horse. So huge congratulations to the guys that believed in him and trained him. And John Gosden's done an amazing job.
Go, guys.
But I'm just going to say, guys, first of many. Golden Horns, where is that?
William Buick about to receive the adulation of the crowd. A first Gold Cup win for the former champion jockey. Will, there must be a lot of pride in executing those tactics today.
Yeah, look, he's a great horse, and we tried it last year and we were only beaten by the great Kyprios. So, look, he's been such a good horse. He's so genuine. Thank you. And, you know, John and Thady's horses are in great shape. I was so happy with this fellow when he won at Sandown. So, you know, he had a beautiful prep into this, and he was just so smooth throughout the race. You know, he's really what you want in a 2.5 mile race.
When did you think you'd had it won?
Well, I didn't have to touch the brakes once, so he was in a nice rhythm and he was relaxed. And really, the only issue I would have had is if he opted to run keen or was doing too much for me. But he went on autopilot and he knows his own speed. He stays well, so look, I was just a passenger.
And a first Gold Cup for you?
First Gold Cup, been a long time coming. It's great. It's not an easy race to win. Thank you. Thank you. Delighted. Come on, boys.
Well done, Will. Congratulations to William Buick. It's been a great week so far for William Buick, John and Thady Gosden, especially in those colours.